Welcome back to Luminary Leaders Live. My name is Shelly Harrison. I'm your host, and I have a fantastic returning guest today. And I'm so excited because we are going to talk about business strategy and the stars. She is a master astrologist. So I'll leave you with that for just a second. I want to thank our sponsor, which is Endeavor Mortgage. So we want to give a shout out to Dan Leonard in Seal Beach for being a fantastic sponsor for the show. And if you're looking for home loan solutions or even investment properties, he is your guy to call. And we always make sure that his contact information is in the show notes, so you can always check that out as well. And I'm excited because I am having a workshop, and I'm going to put it up here. And this is a workshop which is optimizing LinkedIn for professionals and speakers. And we're going to do a deep dive. So I have a free workshop that I do, and I'm going to be doing this probably monthly. And with this, it's going to go into so many details of LinkedIn, not so much, the basics, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper. We're going to talk about engagement. We're going to talk about how to optimize your audience and a lot of different things. And to actually register, I will make sure that the link is up. You can scan the QR code if you'd like to register. And I'm going to now go back to our guest. And like I had mentioned, my guest is Kim Woods. And hello, Kim. I'm so excited that you're back here with us today. And and she is a bit, like I mentioned, business strategist and master astrologist. So Kim, I'm going to hand it on over to you.
Thank you so much, Shelly. I love being here with you. And here's the thing, the stars actually can help you propel your power, your purpose, your prosperity for success. I love to say that the stars help boost your birthright of being rich and powerful.
Oh, I love that. And I know, the one thing that I have done religiously is watch all of your videos. And I have to say that they are spot on the way that you describe. And it's so cute because you're in your office where you are right now and you talk low and you really get into it. And I know that you have a tremendous following because of your expertise and the way that you deliver, all of the videos that you do. And you also, I want to mention, you had sent me some oracle cards, intuitive oracle cards, and I'm going to put them up here on the screen. And today, my card that I pulled is Prosper. I don't know if everybody can see that.
Oh, I love Prosper. That. and Shelly, today is the blue moon. It's a full moon.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So there's a lot of power in the energy today. So a blue moon is when 2 full moons occur in 1 month. That's it. So they don't happen that often. That's, and I'm sure we can all remember when we were younger, once in a blue moon, right?
Oh yeah, that's saying.
But there is a lot of power. And today in particular, it's there's the really busy, like really frenetically busy energy. And then there's the question, am I doing all the things? Is there something I'm forgetting? What is happening right now? And so that's just the energy. So the stars are just going to give us energy and we can choose what we want to do with it.
Oh, I love that. And, and I know that, with the business strategy that you do, you use this astrology within your business. Let's talk about that, because I think people would be interested to say or see, okay, for a business, how do they use this in just day-to-day operations?
Right. So there's 3 levels to it. There's the level that you can dance around and you can watch my forecasts on Mondays on LinkedIn, which are 30 seconds. You can dive a little deeper. I go to 3 to 5 minutes on my YouTube channel. You can dance around and just find out what's happening in the stars, just like we talked about today. Oh, okay. Busy. I'm getting pushed for that. Maybe I want to do something with that. That's one level. The next level, I don't know if you can see the URL underneath my name, but I have a quiz, which I know you've taken, Shelly, because I have your results, right? And that's how are you living your life mission? Like, how are you, where are you on your star map? So that's, it's a little bit personality, but it's much more about you internalizing how self-aware you are, how much you're standing in your power, and how much you are welcoming prosperity into your life. So that's another place that people can go, and it's at knowyourlifequiz.com. Super easy, 12 questions, I'm at 20,922 people. So almost
Wow, that is
1,000
amazing.
people.
Congratulations on that.
Thank
And that
you.
just is a testament to the way that you show up in, just being a master astrologist. It takes a lot of intuition and,
Mhm.
research and understanding all the stars. I mean, a lot of us just look up at the sky and we say, "Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful." But it really does mean something.
It does. And when people say to me, okay, so you're an astrologer, I say, yes, 5,000 hours, 5 years, go. Because it's a whole,
Yeah.
and I see this comment, horoscope, is a scientific fact that was studied by ancient Greeks and pharaohs. That's Minerva has said that. And it's true. I
Mhm.
mean, this goes back millennium. I mean, I can name celebrities and historians and politicians and so
Yeah.
many people like Benjamin Franklin, Albert Einstein, Carl Jung.
Mhm.
His archetypes are based on astrology. So
Yeah.
JP Morgan said millionaires don't use astrologers, billionaires do. So there is a case for using astrology. And so again, you can do just, hey, what's happening in the horoscope? Great. You can do the quiz. That's how you're navigating in how you're interpreting your own star path. And
Yeah.
then there's the level where you come in to do one-on-one or small group program where I walk into the stars the minute you're born and I channel the
Mhm.
voice of your soul. That's exactly
Oh
what I
my
do.
gosh. It just sounds so fascinating. It is fascinating, to be able to do that kind of work. I had another friend who did numbers, and I'm sure you've heard of that before, where
Mhm.
she was a master just like you, able to really kind of use those numbers, and she had all different types of numbers. So Gail Minogue, I'm giving you a shout out. She's out there somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, but Kim, over 20,000 people. Congratulations. I mean,
Thank you.
that is extraordinary because, people out there, I think a lot of us are, where you think, gosh, people are, I don't know, we're just multitasking. We're doing so many
Mhm.
things. People are, I hear a lot of people saying people are miserable. Let's talk about that because I think the stars and the way that things line up might have something to do with, people being a little more, I don't want to use the word uptight, but a little more, not as kind, I
Ye
guess.
well, so the stars are always conspiring for our success, but it doesn't have to feel like that. It feels
Mhm.
edgy. It feels unfamiliar. We've passed through a time at the end of 2020. It was the solstice in 2020 that we actually went
Yeah.
through a gateway. Like leadership is changing, the way we do business is changing, the way we
Mhm.
define success is changing. I mean, I think we all can sense that, but I honestly say, like, okay, so what? We know that. Now what do we do? Right? That's why I'm a
Yeah.
strategist. I help you determine how to navigate through these times so that you stay in
Mhm.
your core. So you're true to you. So that
Yeah.
you are fulfilling yourself. Because here's the thing, the stars are literally pushing us to be very edgy because
Yeah.
they want us to appreciate that there is that feminine energy that wants to blend in with the masculine energy. And that's the way we want to be leading. But we've been doing it backwards. We've been
Mm.
wearing the wrong suit basically for the
Yeah.
last few thousand years. So we're learning to put on a new suit. That's crazy making. Like, what's my
That
suit? What does it look like?
that
What
is.
color is it? Like all the things.
Yeah.
So that's why going internally, honestly, going internally is the key. And I'm not going to tell people to go
Definitely.
meditate or go take a yoga class because
Yeah.
people don't adore that. They've been told that too long. What I
Yeah.
am going to say is that figure out what rhythm you want to walk in. Like, what
Mm.
routines do you love? What is your natural patterning? How do you like to have business? What type of business model do you like? Let's almost forget everybody else and just
Yeah.
go in our own path, in our own lane, and be true to us, and you will be much happier.
And that I love that you said that because I own my own company and we're going to be in 10 years next year. So
Oh,
I'm excited.
congratulations. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, every video that I watch that you create, I mean, I apply it to my business, I apply it to my personal life, but I think my go-to is business. And that's where I think, when I look at the people that or the business owners that you help, share with us and let our audience know what kind of businesses do you work with and who is best suited for this kind of experience.
Yeah. So you need to be woo curious at least, right? Because if you're not, then you're not going to really open up. I had a very successful business strategy firm that I closed. I told my clients, go, you can do this yourself, because I wanted to do everything front facing with the stars, right? So
Yeah.
you need to be at least curious. And you also want to have an appetite for change, because I even say people who do a connection call with me, they're already experiencing change. I can't tell you how many people say, oh,
I
I've
can
just gotten
imagine.
$10,000, or I just got 3
Mhm.
clients I didn't think I was going to get, or I just got clarity, and they've only signed up for the straight sales call. That's before they even
Mm,
start working, right? So super
gosh.
luscious. My
Yeah.
clients are in an elbow, Shelly. They're in the elbow
Mhm.
of, I know I want to grow. I've reached a certain point. I can't quite figure out how to get that growth without
Mhm.
completely exhausting myself or overextending myself or having those inconsistent revenue streams.
Yeah.
So when people come to me, they're looking for change, they're woo curious, they're business owners I love entrepreneurs, adore them.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Um, that's my sweet spot. 1 to 10 employees or vendors or independent contractors. I love to have that nimbleness, and I love when people come in with an open mind and say, okay, here I am. I'm a little fascinated, I'm a little frustrated, or maybe you can be a lot of each, and I am ready for change. And that's when you're going to come and you're going to
Mm.
work one-on-one with me, because you will transform. Your business will go from $500,000 to $2 million. Your
Oh,
team will go
gosh.
from 3 people to 24, if this is what you want. You will become a thought leader, or you will become an influencer. You will have the balance. I have some people that come to me and say, you know what? I'm ready to be the emeritus of my business, but I don't know how to detangle myself. So I will help
Mhm.
you get that relief and help you make that beautiful transition. It's
Gosh.
it's really where you are. I'm going to help you get to the place you want to be.
Oh my gosh. I mean, everybody should be signing up for your service based on that, knowing that you do that for people. And it's not, where you just get in there. I mean, it's pretty deep work when
Oh,
you're
it's
getting in there and you're, as a strategist, really getting to the core of who they are and the systemization and all of those other things that need to take place.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a group program that I just launched. It's my signature group program. It's Rich and Powerful Leaders Academy. I was just in
Oh,
there today. It's every Wednesday. There's only about 10 people in there. And we were
yeah.
talking about collaboration. This is a perfect example. We were talking about collaboration today.
Mhm.
And you could say, oh, networking and referral and partnering and things. Okay, sure. That's the strategy piece. And we
Yeah.
laid all that out. Oh, no, no, no. We went into, what are your limiting beliefs? What are your blocks?
Mm.
What's coming up for you right now when we're talking about things? We did a healing ritual on that, because we want to clear
Mm.
you'd be doing this. We're all intelligent people, Shelly. Like, we'd be
Yeah.
doing the things if we A, knew how, or B, knew what was blocking us. I'm
Right, and
just
we would know how to solve all of our problems, but we don't. We
exactly,
don't, and we don't know
exactly.
how to get to that next level. A lot of
Right.
people don't know how to get to that next level because a lot of times they're in their own way.
Right. Oh, please. I have a strategist. I mean, I have someone who like looks at my stars, because when I look at them, I'm like this, right?
Oh gosh, that's funny. Yeah, and I think when I watch your videos, it's just I really go into this deep space of I start thinking really clearly in terms of okay, what is it that I need to do? What is Kim telling me? I do your oracle cards, and I mean, I'm just really I admire what you do,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, yeah, and I would say that I know you've been in the media too, so
Mhm.
maybe we could touch on that a little bit because you've been on some different programs and things, sharing your gifts and talents, and let's talk about that and those experiences.
Yeah, so I went on a whole TV extravaganza. And
Ooh.
so, yes, okay, 3 minutes, go, right? And so you're like, oh, right, which is fine. So I was the chosen intuitive business strategist for a New York national rated talk show. That was super
Oh,
fun. We did all
yeah.
the things. We did the stars, we did the quiz, we did the oracle cards.
Ooh.
That was great. I was live on ABC one
Oh my
time,
gosh,
and
how
right,
exciting.
and talked about
Yeah.
intuition. Like, how fabulous was that?
Oh.
And there's been I mean, my forecasts are featured in over 700 media outlets, including like
Mm,
AP and USA Today and the things.
gosh.
I've been in Inc. and Forbes, and my heart.
Congratulations. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you,
That is
thank you.
extraordinary.
And
Yeah.
here's my thing, Shelly. It's like 10 years ago, I had dipped my toe into doing this, and the world wasn't ready. honestly.
Mm.
And so people were, kind of doing them. Yeah, that's maybe interesting. Well, now it's wide open. I mean, anytime we pitch something, or anytime we want to do a speaking engagement or something, people are saying yes. And
They're
that,
curious,
yes.
they're curious, and they know that what you're doing, it works. It's proven. It's, time and time again.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's really heartening. And so my heart warms when anybody says yes to our request, and then we get to talk really openly. And so one of the things that it's not my mission, but it's a great side benefit, is allowing the discussion about the stars and intuition and spirituality, and doing things in that more feminine way, marrying it with the masculine way. That's the thing. We're not leaving one behind. We're marrying those because they
Yeah.
belong together. That is just opening doorways for so many other people. And so I love that side benefit.
Oh my gosh. Now, kind of let's shift a little bit. I know you talked a little bit about horoscopes a little bit earlier. And horoscopes, all of us know that, it's 12 different, different signs that, that we always kind of gravitate to in magazines, online, and different places. What are your thoughts on horoscopes, and how do you use them in your business?
Okay, so my thoughts, they might be a little bit surprising. I don't.
Oh, oh,
I don't use the sun signs. I
oh,
will every once in a while. I will do it every once in a while. I wrote
yeah,
an article for Reader's Digest, for example, and that was on the sun. But I did
yeah.
it in a way that went down 3 layers, because here's
Hmm.
the issue. Knowing your sun sign is
Mhm.
like knowing like one word out of your brand manual, like one word,
Mhm.
like one word. So it's not, and it's
Yeah.
one syllable, and that's all you know.
Wow.
So it's not that informative. And
Hmm.
so I know that there are a lot of
Yeah.
astrologers out there, and the work that they do is beautiful, and they do it by zodiac sign. To me, that's one factor. You have about 40 other factors, and
Oh
those
my
are much
gosh.
more, they're just as important. And so this is why I did the quiz, because the quiz is how you're interpreting your star map.
Mm.
So for example, say someone's a Leo.
Mhm.
So their sun was just in Leo. So this could have been their time, and they adore being adored, and they love being appreciated. So that's Leo.
Yeah.
What am I going to tell that Leo who really acts like I can use the wise strategist, because that's your type, right? So
Yeah.
action like a wise strategist, who loves things to be planned out, who really adores having, like, knowing the big picture and
Yeah.
knowing where they are in that big picture. Isn't it much more informative to talk at that level about how you could collaborate, and how you can market, and what your money signature is,
Oh,
and how you
absolutely.
come into your, because this is what you own. Your
Right.
Leo could be, sure, I'm a leader sometimes, but not really. I adore the strategy piece. Leo would never be attached to that,
Mm.
ever.
Gosh, and I've always looked at, the zodiac signs and the horoscopes that, that are out there. Don't read them. They're taboo, or, and I still look at them,
Yeah.
occasionally because I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm
Mhm.
curious, and
Yep.
I'll get out there and I'll read it and I'll think, oh my gosh, that is so spot on, but then I'm thinking, wait a minute, not really. There are some things about me that still, I can't describe.
Right. So can I share that we are going to share a peek of your stars?
Yes, I can't wait. Let's start. We might as well start now, right? I am so
Yeah.
excited, Kim.
Well, and
Yeah.
I could have used a Sagittarius, but I didn't know if you wanted me to out you that you were Sag. So it's the
Oh,
same thing, right?
yeah.
Being a Sagittarius, you're bold, and you're an awakener, and you're an explorer, and you're a seeker. That's a beautiful signature that you have.
Oh,
Your moon is in Pisces, which makes you very compassionate, and very creative, and very
mm,
intuitive. I don't know how
yeah.
intuitive you allow yourself to be,
Oh, I'm very intuitive.
right?
Yeah.
And that's not really it could be a Sag thing, but not necessarily. That's more a Piscean thing. And then the way you dawn on people, this is where the wise strategist comes in, is
Yeah.
Virgo. You dawn on people like a Virgo. And so
Oh,
Virgo gets a bad rep. See, a lot of these astrology, like zodiac signs, get a bad rep. Virgo's known to be, very hypercritical, and a lot of have self-doubt and whatnot.
and I have to do a plug really quick. Today is
Yeah.
my brother's birthday, and August 30th, and he is a Virgo.
And
So
he's a
Scott,
Virgo.
happy
Yeah.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. And on this blue moon day, which is beautiful. And one of my dear friends, it's her birthday too. So
Oh,
yay.
yay. Happy birthday to her too. What's her name?
Kristen Hart.
Kristen Hart. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
She's a beautiful, beautiful person.
Oh,
And so Virgo is is honestly is a naggy energy, because why? Virgo sees how things should be,
hmm.
and Virgo sees how they are, and Virgo knows how to get from there, from here to there. And so
Mhm.
she constantly wants to make sure that everything's great. So
Mhm.
I feel that Virgo is the embodiment of your full potential. Like, I adore that Virgo energy, but
Yeah.
it's not an easy energy. Whereas that
Mhm.
wise strategist can walk into some of that energy, and if they have some of the things planned out, if they have the routine together, if they're grounded, and if they're taking time for self-care, like this week's
Yeah.
forecast, when I talked about what to wise strategists, I said, go spend time with family,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
You did.
that would just
Yeah.
fill you. That's just going to fill you, because it's a little crazy
Mhm.
making this week. So that would just fill you. But can I share a little bit more?
Yes, please.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
do human design as well. And human design is a modality that a gentleman, and I've forgotten his name, he downloaded with I Ching and with the chakra system and with astrology and with the Kabbalah.
Oh,
So it is very
yeah.
much based in astrology, but it tells you how you're wearing your energy. That's why I like it.
Oh,
And so
I
for
see.
you,
Very
you have a destination that's the sleeping
interesting.
phoenix.
Sleeping Phoenix.
And
Hmm.
that is the new way, Shelly, as of 2027, that's going to be where all the energy is going. So it's about
Oh.
openness and connection. It's
Mhm.
about spirituality, and it's about transformation. How do
Oh.
you feel when I say those four words? Spirituality, openness, transformation, and connection.
I get the chills
You get the
because it's
chills.
like, oh my gosh, those are some of my favorite words. And, and that's what you do for people when you do this human design work, right?
hmm And
Yeah.
and astrology, and again, it is based on astrology. So I was looking because if I did a whole star peak and started talking about, well, this is here and this is there, everybody's eyes would roll back in their head, right? So I was looking for some really beautiful, quick nuggets. The question I have for you
Mm-hmm.
is, what is your favorite thing to talk about?
Ah, my favorite thing to talk about. Oh my gosh, when I really think about it, I think it's my business.
Yeah, which is
Sometimes it's my
okay.
business.
Well, then let's dive into your business. I was feeling that. So dive into your business. In your business, what do you adore talking about?
What do I adore? My clients. I
Okay.
I love talking about my clients.
Okay.
Meaning
So
in a good way to
yeah.
other,
Oh no.
to other people, not talking about
Absolutely.
them,
Oh,
not
no, 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 no.
gossiping.
Oh, I get that,
Yeah,
because you're a natural connector. This is where that sleeping phoenix is. It's like, you're a
yeah.
collaborator, you're a connector, you're a natural at it.
Mm.
And so I would love to invite you to wear that as your superpower.
Ooh, I
And
will. Yeah.
and step into I'm going to ask you to give yourself permission to
Okay.
start talking about things that you're rabid about.
Ah. And it's interesting that you say that, and I'll tell you why. When I go places, I would much rather hear other people talking about their things in their world. And I think, gosh, I didn't really share anything about myself. So it's almost like I have this secret life that people don't really know about.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
you
sometimes.
there's
Yeah.
you have a huge amount of energy that is in
Mhm.
the base of your chart, which means you have a very full inner life. You have a very deep well. You're a very deep and old soul, which is
Oh,
luscious and beautiful.
oh.
And your soul destiny is about coming out.
Oh, coming out.
Coming out is you. Coming out is
Right.
talking about
Being
things that are really
me.
important. Yeah, really important to
Yeah.
you. And you don't have to come out and be like, oh, this is my life story, and these are the things, my trials and tribulations. This isn't that. This is
Mhm.
about you being that role model for successful business, for successful
Oh,
life, for that new way of that human touch, that ability.
mhm.
Because I know what you do, because we met,
Yeah.
a while
We
ago,
just had
right?
it.
So yes, your container is perfect, and
Oh,
yet your soul would like you to shine more just for you.
Oh, do you know how exciting this is? Oh my gosh. I mean, to me, I've got the chills, thinking, first of all, you're doing this live and, I'm going to have this forever, meaning, the recording. So it's kind of like, I feel all this new energy that's coming to me,
Hmm.
in terms of, really kind of showing up and kind of letting myself out. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you and
that's the
even
thing.
doing this podcast, and radio show where yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so do you ever do it just going on and just talking about what you want to talk just by yourself?
No. But I've been wanting to. Isn't that fascinating? I've been wanting to do that and, talk about different things that I'm working through or talk about our clients, as far as, how wonderful they are. Yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, this is the invitation. Like, and
Mhm.
there's another piece of this too. It's like being bravely you, being, you have impact, you have visibility. I know that that's the work you do, and
Mm.
yet you can be center stage sometimes, and you
Oh,
can and you can talk about what you can even talk about. Like, you can go on a rant if you want to, or you can talk about something that you're is just like wildly passionate about, right? Because
yeah.
again, your soul is like, keep talking, Kim, keep talking.
Oh.
But there are two other things. If we have, I think we have a
Yes,
few minutes. Okay,
absolutely. Absolutely.
you do know this is a little bit of that Sagittarius flair, but there's some other energy here for you too. That you breaking free from traditions and
Mm.
allowing yourself to go with the rhythms, the
Oh.
cycles, the
Mhm.
seasons, and the phases. And it could be of life, or it could be of business, or even it could be a topic. Like it
Mm.
could be like a workshop arc, or it could be your business
Oh.
arc or something. There's a beautiful dance that you have with that cyclic rhythm with things.
Oh, gosh. That I am really excited about this. Can you tell I can't even contain myself because I'm thinking, "Oh
Yay!
my gosh," because usually when I have shows, it's all about my guests. And, it's really refreshing to just have you here, Kim, to, wanna share this and share about me as the host here. And, you did this wonderful work behind the scenes, to bring my results through and share. And I want people to know, and you had one more thing you said, right? There-
Yes. Oh, just for quarters, just for the energy that's happening right now. So this is for you because the energy is the energy, but you have a piece in that, right? So what's happening now is we're opening up to the last 4 months of the year. We all know that,
Mhm.
right? So we're doing this live. I
Yeah.
can say this real time. And so what's happening is there's this great gathering that's happening. And so I am
Mhm.
doing a beautiful equinox, which I'm going to do it on the 21st of September, even though it's technically
Oh,
the 23rd, that we're doing
uh-huh.
a clearing through a portal because September is a gateway for energy. And what
Yeah.
does that mean? Coming out with the truth of how we want to show up. So it would be like how you
Mm.
want to show up, how I want to show up, how your clients want to show up, and really allowing ourselves to be unique and to stay in our own path. That's one thing, but also to be able to there's that breaking free for everybody. It's like I'm calling it the great gathering because it's like we're gathering pieces of ourselves we may have forgotten about, we may either take for granted, or we may have just like don't even understand. When we have superpowers, we take them for granted because we forget.
Hmm.
Right? You're an amazing connector, you're an amazing, like,
Oh.
you're an amazingly gracious host. You forget that because you do it every day, right? So
Yeah.
reminding yourself and remembering that and saying, oh, I'm going to take that forward, right? And I'm going to really position that. And yet I'm not going to forget about me. I'm going to be a host for me. I'm going to create a
Mhm.
stage for me. I'm going to be gracious with me. That's an example of this,
Oh.
because Q4 this year is all about, we gather ourselves in September and then we propel ourselves to the end of the year, because Q1 of 2024 is a whoosh, I'm calling it. It's like all this
Hmm.
beautiful energy. You want to launch, you want to publish, you want to do like amazing things. It's
Mm.
Q1 of 2024. Now it's like a longer lead in, it's a longer tail right now. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can still launch and things, but it's just longer. For you,
Mhm.
I have two messages for you. For
Okay.
Q4, you
Q4.
want to create channels for money.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I'm on that. I'm on
Good.
it.
Okay, good. I love that.
Great
Okay.
channels for money. Okay.
And then in Q1, what are you don't have to tell me right now, but like your
Okay.
soul wants to know what you're going to launch just for you. not something that you're thinking about. My clients want this. My clients need this. The world, blah, blah. No, 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 no. This is why I'm asking you, what are you rabid about?
Hmm. And I think a lot of it is self-care, things that
Okay.
I want to do, retreats that I want to do, things that, that I really gravitate to because I soak it up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Okay. So am I hearing then that you might be doing a retreat in 2024?
Oh. You never know. My gosh, Kim, we said it here on Luminary Leaders Live. You have me so excited. I'm not kidding. I had no idea that the interview was going to go this direction because I wanted it to be about you, and you so graciously, gave some information that is so transformational, right? And I mean, yes, I've been thinking about retreats, and I would say that, you are the one that really put me in a position to even consider it because
Oh, good.
yeah. And I mean, that's so exciting. And, I really want people to know what you just did for me is life changing. I mean, you put some things into my mindset where I think, oh my gosh, this is possible. This is really how it feels. I'm open and receptive, and I'm, graciously accepting it. And how do people work with you in this way? And how do they get a hold of you to have this kind of, now we did a very mini,
Right.
example, but oh my gosh, it was very powerful. But how can people have this from you in terms of having them work with you?
Yeah, if the easiest way is to go to kimwoods.com and my website, the link to the quiz is there, obviously. A link to book a call with me is there. If you look at Work With Us, I've got my 3 programs right there. I mean, it's really easy to find me. I am
Yeah,
on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube. I am on Instagram. I'm on
you're
Facebook.
everywhere.
I am everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
because
I go look for you. Sometimes, like I'm, looking at all these things. I'm like, "Where's Kim Woods? I have to find Kim Woods."
okay, I adore that.
Seriously.
I adore that.
Yeah. So, but this was wonderful, Kim. And, I'm so happy. We had you on the show back in December of last year, and I told you I wanted to have you back. And,
Mhm.
I think that you're doing exceptional work. So excited for you, having over 20,000 people in your, community that are going through some programs with you. That is phenomenal. And, as women, I think we want to champion each other.
Mhm.
And I really champion you for what you've created. And, I mean, kudos to you with these Oracle cards have been with me since you've given them to me. There's 45, I think. Now
There's
do the math.
48.
I got them last December, and I keep, doing them over and over. And every day it's like, oh, a new one, but I read this, probably 45 days ago. Right. So it's
Right.
just a reminder of those things that you provide people with that they can really utilize in their lives and in their businesses.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. So one last thing, we're at the end of the broadcast here, but I would love for you to share one last thing, Kim, that you feel would be a game changer, and people, will probably say, I need to get a hold of Kim.
We're so a game changer. I mean, so here's the thing. If you are feeling that you are ready, you are at the precipice to have change, hop on a call with me and come into my Rich and Powerful Leaders Academy. We meet every week. I have to tell you, that is more delicious than awesome sauce. Really, honestly, the
Mm.
women in there
I
are
love your
amazing.
word choice. Delicious.
It's true. Why shouldn't
Yeah,
life be delicious,
that's
right? Like,
right. That's right. That's life is too short to not, enjoy it.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, and you are an author, so you have your book, and I know that you've got a lot of different programs. So, like Kim mentioned, her website is scrolling at the bottom, but it's kimwoods.com, and you could, like she'd mentioned, go onto her website and check out all the wonderful, delicious programs that she has to offer. And I mean, as a business strategist, I really adore the work that you do, Kim. And and I'm going to say I need to have you back another time. So we'll just have to maybe, make this a regular annual thing,
Perfect. Yes. I say yes.
Yes, me too. I say yes too. Well, gosh, well, it's been wonderful, and I want to thank you. I want to thank our sponsor, which is Endeavor Mortgage with Dan Leonard out in Seal Beach. We appreciate your sponsorship, and I just want to say, the Optimize LinkedIn, which is the workshop that I'm doing next week on September 5th. It's at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and it's only an hour, and it's going to be delicious. I'm going to use Kim's word. It's going to be delicious. So, join us, register, and it's on my profile. And Kim, again, I want people to reach out to you because you really do put so many things out there that people can really, absorb and use in their business and their personal lives. So thank you for, what you do.
Thank you, Shelly.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you to those that are watching and those that will watch the replay. And we will catch you next time. Thank you.